So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
So we saw something making the headlines, making its way around the social media and so forth. It relates to our administration, our current administration. Issuing an award.
Yep.
The highest award, the ORTT.
For those of you who don't know, that is the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
To Mr.
Narendra Modi.
That's the Prime Minister of India, who should be visiting us in the next coming days. And yeah, the government has decided that they're gonna give him an award. And my question is
all right, we're live. Sorry, we're live now.
We're live now, right?
Yeah.
So
you can switch over.
So our question is that did we miss something?
I want to say that we didn't know.
Did we miss something? Is it that we just giving away awards, or is it that we missed something? Is it that he did something extraordinary? He did something, because I mean, to me, when we giving awards, it has some sort of
merit and significance behind it, right?
Yeah. Maybe we missed something, Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe we missed something, members. But this program, it's all about being informative, and I would like you guys to educate us, inform us, let us know if we missed something. But what is coming out of out in the media now is that the government is actually going to give an award to the Prime Minister of India. But there's no reason, I didn't see, based on the information that is out there, I haven't seen any reason for issuing this award.
Well, there are some reasons that I use reasons in air quotes that I have found for this honor being bestowed on the Prime Minister of India. So one, apparently, for enhancing bilateral ties, recognizing Modi's leadership in strengthening diplomatic, cultural, and economic connections between India and Trinidad and Tobago.
But haven't other countries been...
I'll keep going. Honoring his role in positioning India as a reliable partner for Trinbago and the CARICOM region. He's also visited states like Guyana, Dominica, and Barbados. And it's reflecting a broader diplomatic outreach aimed at shared development goals like COVID-19 support, health infrastructure, scholarships, and much more. And the final reason that I found was historical context, because Modi's visit is coinciding with the 180th anniversary of the arrival of Indian indentured laborers to Trinidad and Tobago. So those are the reasons that I found, personally, that
those are the reasons that you believe that they may have been...
that, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we invite you guys, you members to be a part of the show. I mean, for all the crews, all our members that are locked on via YouTube, good afternoon again going out to you guys.
Share the live,
like and share as well on Facebook. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a neighbor that the Street Council is in session.
Yes, good after lunch to Gordon. Hello to Marissa. Share it up, guys, and let's get our people inside.
Again, you guys could be a part of the conversation by either calling us, and also you could send your messages via WhatsApp, send your voice notes as well. And let me just give you guys those numbers and those rules once again, yeah?
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Members, we invite you to be a part of the conversation. Please be mindful and remember our house rules. Be respectful. Keep your contribution under 3 minutes. This house is open to everyone.
Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon to you, DJ Mr. DJ Anderson.
Good
And
afternoon.
to your sidekick there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr.
Now,
Hashim.
now the government will have to offer Mr. Moody an award. Let me tell you why. Let me read this for you. I don't come here just out of the blue. I like to come here with facts.
Right.
Right. So let me outline something here for you. There was a headline: Jindal hurt by character assassination, opts out of refinery bid. Disappointed by the opposition's reaction to his visit to TNT, India industrialist and investor Navin Jindal will not bid for the Petrotrin refinery. Right. So the opposition, the government, while they was in opposition, they slander Mr. Jindal in the worst way. And he is a part of Mr. Moody's government right now as we speak. Right?
Really?
Yes, you can check it out when you have the time. Right? So they want to do business with India now, right? But they know that they spoke a lot of untruth about Mr. Jindal, right? So they'll have to sweeten up Mr. Moody, right? So that, things could go smoothly, right? And that is what's happening here. That is what's happening here. Yes, I don't talk off the top of my head, Look, there was a big headline here. Look, it's right here. I have all the information, right? And it's out there for the public to see. Right?
Send us that link now. Send us the information that you have now. You could send it via WhatsApp. Same number.
Okay.
Yeah, you can forward it. Yeah, so we could probably read up as well.
Yeah, that would be great.
No problem.
Yeah?
No problem.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for your contribution, member.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
Nice.
I think he deserves a front of the class for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Come, my brother.
Yeah, I think you deserve a front of the class for that one, member.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon, member.
Insight
Welcome.
from research.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And they were co-host. I figured the UNC should give Donald Trump an award too, because he also visited our shores a few years ago with a beauty pageant.
All right.
Want to give it that award? Give Trump one too.
Okay.
Let's talk up to Trump.
All right. Thank you.
Oh no. We must give Donald Trump an ORT. I'm calling it a ORT for short, people, or you know what it stands
and
for.
he's up for some sort of award.
Mr.
Or
Trump?
some
Again?
Is it an award? I believe so. For his intervention between the war between Israel and Iran. But I think they were saying that they were going to hold it back after he decided that he wants to get physically involved and release some bomb now. Yeah. Is a what do they call it? A Nobel Prize.
A Nobel Prize.
A Nobel Prize. Yeah.
I know you lying.
No, serious.
I know you.
Nah, they would. I'm not too sure if he's still going to be able to get it. But yeah. So if it is that we giving Mr. Moody an award, would it be fair to also give Mr. Donald Trump an award too?
Not before Obama.
What about Maduro? Do you think Maduro should get an award? No, I'm asking.
So we're giving him an award after threatening his after threatening him with brute force. That's what we're doing.
I don't know. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Good afternoon, DJ Anderson and Dreams.
Afternoon.
Here we go. What up?
You know what is that crime?
What's that?
We ain't reached that segment yet, bro. We ain't reached this segment yet.
We ain't reached that segment yet.
What do my comrade that for?
What's that?
You want to make a contribution to,
Who that?
I won't call name for tombstone or in front of the board or the same thing. Don't do like possible and never start with kill piano, man.
No, who is that, boy?
Who is that you're talking about, bro?
Anybody who call here, we don't screen calls.
We can't screen, but if there's an influx and you're not at the front of the queue, that's more of a lotto chance. But we don't screen calls here.
Come now, KFC. Look, you just call and you just get through
all the time.
Come on now.
Come on.
Don't do me that.
Come on.
Don't do me that. And before I move forward, KFC, you're looking for this. You're looking.
Remember, you are out of order.
Come now, man.
Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Laukita here.
Hi, Mr. Laukita.
Yeah, all right. That gentleman making a bad error. When Donald Trump came here, he came here as a private citizen, being the owner of Mr. Universe contest.
Right.
Right? So you don't give people awards for that kind of thing.
No, but he did mention that.
I think that is the irony behind his statement, Mr. Laukita. I don't think he's being incredibly serious about that.
Yeah.
Well, this is a serious program as far as I'm concerned. Jokey programs go on days. Programs done. It's serious business here now. All right. Well, Mr. Narendra Modi now, he's a world international political figure,
Yes, yes.
Right? That man has visited a lot of countries all over the world, and everywhere he went, he was given a national award. And the last place I remember, he was in Guyana, and he got Guyana as national award. Yeah. Plus that, his party, the BJP, which they call the Bharatiya Janata Party, his party ruling India for I think about 3 terms now. The Congress, which is the Gandhi dynasty party in India, cannot win his party in an election at all. So that man has international acclaim. Yeah. So I hope he give us some nice memorandum of understanding here with trade and whatever it is, and even sports, and do something to help Trinidad and Tobago, because India in good standing now in the world, Yeah.
Now, the question is why? Okay, so with that explanation that you give them, Mr. Laukita, what I mean, based on histories as to who we give national awards to, right? Do you believe that this is warranted? That because he's visiting the country here in the next coming days, that we should give him this award because of what he has done or his track record?
Because of his accomplishments in the political field.
All right. Okay.
Right. Because look, we had I think the last ambassador here got an award from Trinidad, and I born here, and I don't know what that was award for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But he's a man of international acclaim. Right. In fact, let me just say so. When India changed India was changing their currency the same time. Right, when we changed currency last time here, and when he saw the amount of people, I read that because I was in India. When his comment was when he saw the amount of people who came out to change up the money, he called it a Maha Yagna. That means like a big procession, Yagna, right? So I just want to make that comment. He was so happy when he saw the amount of people came out to I know India has a massive 1.2 billion, I think it is, population. Yeah, so he called the amount of people that came out, he called it a Maha Yagna. Yeah.
All right, okay. Thanks very much for your contribution, member.
Okay, good.
So one person is saying that it's all great to give Mr. Modi
acknowledging his life's work and accomplishments. Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. But here's my thing and for where I'm standing, guys. This award is supposed to represent the pinnacle of achievement for a national of Trinidad and Tobago, acknowledging Trinbagonians' contributions to their country in whatever it is that they specialize in. And all kinds of people have received, these awards over the years. The likes of Brian Lara, Keyshawn Walcott, Wendell Motley, Ulrich Cross, those kinds of people. right? But the crux of the matter is that they were Trinbagonians, right? Born, raised, and contributed to the development or the betterment or the recognition of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I personally am finding it very puzzling as to why we need to reward a foreign entity the nation's highest honor, right? Meant for TNT nationals. We can gift him something. We can give him some kind of plaque of recognition, award of something, and give it a very fancy title, and I think it would mean just as much. Me personally, you know. But I feel like it just kind of diminishes the achievements of
this member on the line here might have a better explanation as to why we should give this award to this the Honorable Prime Minister of India. Hi, member. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Good afternoon. You're live.
Good afternoon.
It's me again. Well, if you give him Modi Award, you should give Raleigh first for his achievement during the COVID time.
Who's that?
Dr. Rowley.
If Dr. Rowley.
No. How they could do that?
During the COVID time.
All right. Okay. All right. No problem. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
They should give Dr. Rowley an award.
He's saying that the member is saying if we give him the award, then why not give an award to our previous Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, for being, in charge of the country or leading the country through a difficult time,
through a global pandemic,
right? During COVID and so forth. Could we not give the Honorable Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley an award as well? And before persons calling here and say Anderson, that say to give is the caller.
The caller say so.
Yeah,
I want
because yesterday apparently every time we acknowledge the administration, them do have the radio on. But the moment we criticize or we have a critic of the administration, their radio does be on and we
blaring
and we have Balize growing all in the bed, right?
I already tell you, I have one in my front yard enough.
Such a craziness.
Yeah.
But yes, the question is, why are we giving this award to the Prime Minister? If you have an explanation, if you know the reasons behind it, feel free to call in, share with us, let's know. Be a part of the conversation.
If you
share
feel
it live
justified
as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend that the Street Council is on, and you guys could also send in your messages, like and share all the crews on Facebook as well. Let me take this rude member once again. Good afternoon, member.
Good afternoon, the Janison and Dream.
KFC, why are you doing us that? Why are you doing us that?
No, what was going on? Like I was just trying to take COP calls. COP calling about 15 times and only taking the calls.
That is not true. Nah, that is not true. That is not true. You see, yesterday the phone lines was really, really busy, and I took as much phone calls as we could. But if COP is listening, Kunji, there's no way that anybody is creating any calls. I am not someone to do that.
Come on.
So please, he could definitely call.
The 1st of July, they might be the month. I the 10th of July, and all the bosses the 11th or the 12th.
Okay.
We cancer, we strong, we let's talk with mine.
But I'm a cancer too. And I'm actually before you and I were.
Alright, I the 10th.
Well, right. So
love, happy birthday, everything, and just enjoy life. But who deserves an award, I say?
Who deserves?
You never come on the sir?
She got an award for being the first Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. She got the highest award. First female Prime Minister. She got the highest award.
They're one of the greatest Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. She deserves an award. Just say, a man also Dr. Lee deserves an award. He must deserve an award. Well, when I start to goat in
you see,
and that's where you're going.
You see, KFC, oh gosh, hey, this KFC, Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Turn your radio down, please, sir.
That move where I finally asking a sensible question today. Because I and all would like to get the answer for that. This week going on the ground. We're watching every single thing, and Kamala, please, I'm begging you, don't make no mistake. Please, I'm begging you. But that is a sensible question. I and all would like to know the answer to that question. So thanks for asking it. Kamala, give your explanation, please. Please don't make no misstep to get your position. No hand in the cookie jar. Or put inside the parliament again.
Thank you so much, member.
Save his number as groundsman, because every time he talks, he's give us word from the ground. So I think we're calling him groundsman from now on. I like that name for him.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon, member.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How you guys going, man?
We're going all right.
You know, sometimes when I don't hear this particular voice, I just get a little worried, but this voice is very distinctive. So good afternoon to you, member.
Gentlemen,
yes, sir.
Where this rumor coming that Modi is coming here to get an award?
Rumor? It's not a rumor. It's an official news article. It's been posted in Trinidad media.
Well, yeah, he actually is going to be visiting Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And then there was
and
then there was a release on social media on the news platform that during his visit here, that it came from the Prime Minister's office that Modi is to receive the ORTT during official visit.
That was confirmed from some government official, or is just propaganda as usual?
No, it is.
It's actually out, but okay. Let's say for argument.
I had some communication with people in the government,
right?
And they don't have any knowledge of that.
All right. So
what they communicated to me and said is that how he's coming to deal business and to negotiate trades and things with Trinidad and see how best they could have some kind of alliance where trade and thing is concerned, where the economy is concerned. And they and all were a bit, well, when this big ceremony is going to take place, who else is being awarded when this thing say, and he's only coming for like a couple of days.
Correct.
Yeah, just 2 days.
So it's kind of puzzling to know that we are going to give out the one of the highest award of our country to a foreigner, and nobody else isn't recognized, or it isn't being made like a official ceremony for the population.
It is. Well, let me tell you, sir. According to the official news, an official news outlet that I'm looking at here right now, the announcement was made in a media release from the office of the Prime Minister today. The ORTT, being the nation's highest honor, conferred in accordance with Section 10(6) of the Constitution of the Distinguished Society of Trinidad and Tobago. So it was made of an official statement from the office of the Prime Minister, according to this official outlet. So,
all right. Well, if that's officially from the Prime Minister's office, well, probably I missed something.
And we remember we still stand to be corrected if it is that something else is released afterwards.
Because I still are not going to double check that. I'm going to look where it come from and probably
because you mentioned it to me, and actually we started to do some background checks as well, and it is still out there that this is what is actually going to happen. There has been no release saying that it's fake news or it was an error. These things do happen. So we are going based on the information that is out there right now, that when he visits Trinidad in the next coming days, that he is going to receive this award. So we were just asking the question, why? What was the reason behind him receiving this award? Because
in the world the population, Modi is ranked probably number 1 and number 2 as one of the leader of a country that has done more for his country and changed the economy and everything in the positive direction from where he got it to where it is.
Right.
So he's ranked one of the top world leader right now. So probably we is a blessing to get him here. And if that is the case, well,
he actually is. I think he starts from tomorrow. He's literally going to be visiting not only Trinidad but some other Caribbean countries as well. Before he makes his way to the summit. So
I wonder if you'll be visiting St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Not entirely sure.
Because a man who was a close associate with former Prime Minister calling our money now monopoly money. But when he was accepting all kind of Prados and all kind of thing, it was a monopoly vehicle that he was getting. You understand? And this is the kind of association the former government was having with other members of the CARICOM. And I am asking if we should give somebody an award who took us through COVID. The whole world went through COVID. They don't have whoever was the leader would have been the person who had to take it through the country to COVID. But this leader told our population, if you don't take a vaccine, you will lose your work. If you take a vaccine and who dead, and had people wearing masks and getting arrested and things, when you leave your home with your family and enter a vehicle, your private vehicle, and if everybody don't have masks, you're going to get arrested. And a lot of nonsense that where other countries, look, the whole African continent, they didn't propose to the vaccination. They had the least death toll and took the least vaccine in the whole African continent. 7% of that population was vaccinated. And they didn't concern about no lockdown and all kind of, it was life as normal. All would have tried to force them to, the WHO tried to force them that, oh, they had to take this vaccine because the whole population will wipe out. When people were taking vaccine and dying, athletes and things were falling on football ground and dying because they were normal. And, you know, we didn't take into consideration why it is this population here is not accepting no vaccine. They are living their lives as normal, going out and associating and breathing the air and in the sunshine and things. And they are not affected and dying out like how they propose that is going to be catastrophic for the whole population. And then look how much deaths we had related now to people who took the vaccine. How much people right now still is going through all kind of medical conditions because of that vaccine, what they say is a vaccine, you know. And then this is the person now we want to compare to, like somebody who could say, give them an award. Well, better we give Delcy and the crew of narco traffickers award too when they come into the diplomatic center. Have a good afternoon, gentlemen. Enjoy your rest of the day. Thank you
so much for your contribution, member.
Wow. That outro was real quick, boy. Have a good afternoon.
I guess, I could tell you that caller is against giving Mr. Christopher Rowley an award.
Award. Before, oh God.
Hi, good afternoon, member. Sorry.
When you're done with this call. Good afternoon.
Hello, yes, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
I am one was against the vaccine. I didn't take none. But I said to myself, I have no medical problem except for a cataract. I have no medical problem, and I'm not going to put something in my body that I don't know about. So I was against the vaccine. I never took any. What happened in Africa? They were giving vaccine to other countries. There were countries in Africa who was against the vaccine. That's a fact. But what they were doing, they were denying Africa vaccine. That's what they were doing. Denying them because they were hoping that they would have died. You understand? By not giving it to them. So that is what I want to call it before. They were denying to give Africa, you understand, vaccine. The only time they give Africa vaccine is when they're testing vaccine. They make somebody testing it. They go down in Africa and say Africa has this sickness, that sickness, and testing the vaccine down inside it. But they were denying them the COVID-19 vaccine. So that's what's happened. And next thing with Moody is one that support what's going on down in Palestine, you know. I hope they know that he supported that, you know. Right? So to come and the award, they're going to give him the award. It's not something that people are spreading. They are going to give him the award. Right? I just called to say that until they call enough, they denied Africa to give it, and I'm glad. And many countries in Africa didn't want to take it. You understand? And and many people are alive today because of that. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you so much, member, for your contribution. And you know, I want to make sure and continue to invite you guys to be a part of the conversation and also send your voice notes as well. Those numbers are gonna 4665391 and also 3420081. And good afternoon again, going out to our YouTube listeners and members. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and also to share.
All right, so I think it's prudent to point out several other people that have actually received the ORTT who are not nationals of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
So we have Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick received the award in 2020. He's the president of Howard University in the U.S. Now, he was born in Trinidad and Tobago, but honored for his notable contributions to medicine and education, both in Trinidad and abroad.
Now, I am aware that there are persons outside of Trinidad that would have gotten the awards, but most of them, they have roots to Trinidad.
At least some significant roots here.
What is his significant roots? Hi, good afternoon, member.
Hey, good afternoon, DJ Anderson. Good afternoon, Dream.
Hi,
afternoon.
So what's up, guys?
We are there.
What's up, guys? Well, you see, we talking about awards and we started to talk about that conspiracy with the vaccine. That is a conversation for another time.
Correct,
So,
correct.
Over 20 countries, right, I think, gave Moody an award. And I know in the Caribbean, I know who included to give him an award?
Who's
Guyana, Barbados, I think is Dominica. We are not the only Caribbean country. You see, you call it geopolitics, you call it public relations. Forming a bond with an international powerhouse. India is the #1 in technology right now. You don't think it's some relation we want to have with that to bring it in Trinidad?
I agree. I don't disagree that he has made significant contributions. I am just personally curious as to why it has to be the national award. I think we can award him without bringing something that's supposed to elevate our people into it. That is my take on it.
But if we could get help from India to elevate Trinidad, to make people internationally recognized. You see, we want to do health tourism, sports tourism, but we had to get recognized. We have to build our reputation. Look, the Honorable the last Prime Minister, Keith Rowley, went and got an award from Howard. So getting the highest award from a country, where's the significance?
He got the highest award from where?
Howard University.
Right, but that's Howard University, right? He got an award from Howard University. This is not, he got an award from the United States of America.
Yeah, but other Caribbean countries gonna give Moody their award too. I think Barbados gonna give him the freedom or something. I can't remember it right now because I was looking at it a couple weeks ago.
But as we mentioned, Echoes, we invite you guys to obviously be able to call and tell us your reason why it is that we should give the award, and nothing is wrong with your explanation. It's just that we open the question because obviously the information is not out there. All that is out there right now is that
he's receiving
an award, and
but they've not really
reasons behind as to why.
Yeah.
So now that you guys are literally bringing that information to us, and bringing it to a lot of other persons who would have probably been asking the same questions, how come we just giving this guy an award
just for showing up?
What is the reasons behind it?
Yeah,
just as what Hashim said. Why it is that we could give him another award. We could give him the steel pan signed and autographed by probably something that, because they have done that already.
Or just give him an official title, an award specific just for him.
Yeah, But I mean, thanks for your
but Guyana, Barbados, Dominica, I think some of that.
We are aware of the other countries that have intentions of giving him an award.
But you know, it's the funny thing in Trinidad, we making an award an issue. Kishan Walcott get the award, but what provisions he's gained after he get the award?
Provisions he's gained?
No, yeah, after he get the award. Is he living a lavish lifestyle right now? Is he getting money from that?
No, but you know the reason why he got the award, right?
Well, this is what I'm saying. So we gonna give our guy an award, right? Trying to form a relationship bond with him. So if we give him the highest award and we form a relationship and we can share information and get information from him. You see, when Mr. Rowley get the award from Howard University, he was recognized internationally with that term.
All right.
So what you're essentially saying is that this award is just gonna help further Trinidad in the long run by having that connection there.
No, but there's still a difference. He said that when Mr. Rowley got the award, it gave him that recognition. By we giving him this award, it's giving Mr. Moody that recognition. That's how it will work.
No. What I'm saying, when we give him this award, it will be recognized all over the world, because when they see Mr. Moody collect a record from Trinidad and Tobago.
All right. Well, Echoes, we have some bills coming up, right? But thanks so much for your contribution. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
This is the voice of Tuzia Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuzia Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
Every child is created for excellence. Release the natural intelligence from every child with the IBG educational products. Just listen to these testimonies.
He wanted to read to show me what he can read in one day time. We get through the program and she make real good marks.
And she's singing the song. She liked the song too bad.
And they were really excited. It's success in no time for them.
With the IBG educational products, we guarantee instant learning to all.
This is about the best thing I've seen.
Extremely well. At IBG, we project the young minds of today to be leaders tomorrow. Just call us at 330-1384 or WhatsApp us at the same number, 330-1384. Delivery at your door. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. Start working from at home with the IBG educational products and send them out to school as champions.
Are you tired of scratching the surface? Do you want to understand the real forces shaping Trinidad and Tobago? From the delicate dance of our energy sector on the global stage, to the geopolitical shadows behind the crime affecting our streets, we dig deeper. The third umpire goes beyond the headlines. We connect the dots between local challenges and the international currents that truly impact your life, your wallet, your security. Join Stephen Matheson, Selvin Mitchell, and Ronaldo Rollux, 3 employment law and human resource management consulting professionals, as they unpack the complexities, analyze the power plays, and reveal the often hidden realities. Understand the game. Understand your role in it. The third umpire, critically analyzing Trinidad and Tobago's economic and political realities on how they affect your daily lives. Tune in Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. on The Street 919 FM. Don't just listen to the news. Understand it.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Here my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but it's happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Alloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
The wait is finally over. The Street 919 FM is powering up its digital presence with the launch of its vibrant new website, www.thestreet919fm.com. Now you can take the energy of the street with you wherever you go. Immerse yourself in a dynamic world of the hottest music, thought-provoking talk shows, exclusive interviews, and non-stop entertainment. Stay informed with the latest news updates and essential information, all just a click away. Don't miss out on being part of the Street 919 FM community online. Head over to www.thestreet919fm.com today and experience the rhythm of the street like never before.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Members, we invite you to be a part of the conversation. Please be mindful and remember our house rules. Be respectful. Keep your contribution under 3 minutes. This house is open to everyone.
So 5 minutes past of 3 o'clock. The Street Council is in session, and I know today is practically somewhat of a short day. Yeah, once we have that hour with our goodly bishop, now it kind of cuts down our time, and I know that we are in our segment of what is not a crime but should be considered a crime. But we still going to continue that conversation of the reason behind giving this award to the Prime Minister of India. What does it really mean to us? Discipline. What is the reason behind it as well? Some are saying yes, give him the award. Others are saying, why that award? That is the main. Why the highest award of Trinidad and Tobago? So come let us work hand in hand. And we invite you, the members, to be a part of the conversation and let us know what do you think about it. As we continue to dig a little deeper, to find the reasons behind giving this award to Mr. Moody. And we are not saying it's not the first time that someone who's not a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago may have, received an award. But we just want to know those reasons behind it. There's even a memorandum. There's even a memorandum out at present that states that all schools will be closed early as of 11 a.m. on Tuesday for the arrival of the Prime Minister to reduce traffic and so forth. So there seemed to be some preparation on his arrival and so forth. I can't recall the last time I've heard the visit of a prime minister of another country. And we having this amount of things put in place. Schools over in early, ministries closing at 1 p.m. Probably, I haven't been, keeping abreast as to what happens within our nation. And, I invite you guys to educate me as well. Inform the nation. So we invite you all members to be a part of the conversation. Again, those numbers 342-0081, 466-5391, and please remember to keep your contribution within 3 minutes. All right, it'll be low 3 minutes. All right, let me take this first one. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Hey. I thought
I don't know. Anyway, good afternoon again, Dr. Anderson. Good afternoon again, Dr. Dream. Good afternoon again, Trinidad and Tobago. I am President Trinidad and Tobago Villager, the representative in the Street Council of Liberal Independent Brotherhood, the syllabus LIB. Now, this topic always starts here. It had me, my dog, really be too anxious when people say things, because I just read the dictionary. One of the things I like more than a Bible is a dictionary. You see, award, award is a prize, You see, when you go in the dictionary, you see the basic reason of the word award is given, like, for something. Somebody say Rowley, I'm Pam, Dr. Rowley got an award here, he get an award. He get an award because he was high, he get a diploma, and what you do, I go use the word diploma, so he get an award for that. I remember Sister Rose, she ain't got no award here, but she get an award for she talent where she got the award. That is prize. Somebody come and tell me they're giving somebody an award for coming here. No, I think what's happening to plenty of us, we using real language and don't know the language. Because if I have to give that, I'm not going to follow no all who out there give an award and them ain't even know the meaning of the word. I looking to see the meaning of the word, and if I have to give, and I ain't mind, because if somebody come in here, I could honor the man. Oh, you hear the word now? That's the real word. I could honor the mister, because honoring is regarding, giving respect. So if it's respect, because me and see he bill a pan or bill a tassa here, or me and see nothing like that. So he's a high man. He's a man to come and give him some he go and say, well, look, we are oil over there, we are gas over there, we are some kind of thing over there where we could make trade and thing. Yeah, all right. We honor him and we go respect him. He's a high one. Okay, honor still. Me a worshiping. Honor. I go honor the mister. But to tell me that I'm going and give him an award, what going on, Maka? The Red House out. Let me find the words and then that real in our life, because there's plenty of a problem. When I tell you about this straw man, that's about the same thing, because somebody says something and somebody twist it, dilute, do some kind of doctoring on it, and send it back at the man, and the man answering that back and that way you think, and he answering the original thing and have him in a straw man policy ideology. That's the thing that's going on in the country right now, even with the politicians. Plenty of we hearing words, and when we hear something, we discard something and distort it and go on talking something else out of the same man thing. So you're making the man look like a fool, but the man right all the time. That is what is this show, man. So you see what we're doing with the award? Award is prize. What are they giving him a prize for? Honor? Or you regarding him? Or you respecting him? I could live with respecting him, mister. I ain't mind. The people in power now, they want to show up something. Honor the man. Me have no award to give nobody. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
All rise. All rise. The Street Council is in session on the Street 919 FM.
Very, 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 very interesting. And it's more or less the same thing in a Hashim. I mean, yes, why it is that we just can't acknowledge him. There's so many other ways that you could literally acknowledge.
I think so too.
Someone. And this thing about this country did it and that country did it, so it means that
we must do the same.
And then they say all we do is copycat. So we can't we not be innovative? Can we not be our own selves and do something
set
that
it
is,
apart?
Yeah,
somehow
we could still at least appreciate and show and give that a credit. Give him that credit
in many ways.
That accreditation. Yes, we could still give him it because based on based on part of the memorandum that was sent out, right, or media release, they said that part of it of giving him the award, it's a call on the line, right? Part of it is giving the award is that this would be his third time, so being the prime minister. So it's 3 consecutive terms. Right. So that's all they have in bracket at the bottom. It's nothing else to say. Right. Well, okay, another reason why they're gonna assume the award. Yeah. I know I have a caller on the line. Hi. Good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Granny.
Yeah, I don't know where all the boys get the stuff from. Movie coming after award. I saw it on the news. I saw it on the radio and real TV. Moody is Narendra, the Prime Minister of India. Narendra Modi is coming here on 4 different talks. He went to Guyana. I think he went to Barbados. He went to all the different countries. He was invited to come here. Right? He ain't coming here for no award. He's coming here to have this government between India and Trinidad. Because Trinidad gonna only got to invite him to come. But Moody is coming here for no award. Moody went to Africa. And Moody got the highest award from the African president there. And the African president touched his feet. He didn't go there for that. He went between Africa and India to have this relationship in business. He went to America. When he reached America, Biden told the cooks, he said, no meat cooking today. He said, plant-based food. If he went there for that, plant-based food. And he got the highest award there. He got the highest award from Africa. He went to Guyana to have this relationship between the 2 countries. They invite him here. They invite him for an award. And he got the highest award from Guyana. So I don't know what worrying all you 2 boys. Why are they all this race talk and this CNN talking earlier? He didn't come in here for an award, but if he get the award, he deserves it. Because he's one of the best prime ministers I have right now in the world. The world talking about it. Ghana talk about it. Africa talk about it. All part talk about it. Moody. Moody reached the moon. Is that award Moody want to come here for? Why is it Rowley will get an award? I will get Rowley one of the biggest and highest awards. Carry me down the gutter and leave me and have the country in blood and crime. After that is the award he needs. He needs nothing. Have all our suffering. We can't stay in the house. Since Rowley did. He's the man create the crime. Imagine a white man come from Canada and go all back in Trinidad and see all the criminals and show them. And the Rastaman and Rowley did nothing. Have we crime today? People pass their law. What's housebreaking in the Southland? Watch it. At all the UNC constituency. Look at it. All the PRM constituency are rich people. And there are people that want to break and enter in. No. So what are we will get our award for? For that, all the boys wanted we taxpayers money to go for the Chinese man. That is all you're thinking? All you read good, think good, and say something good. Don't sit down there and talk race talk and TNM because TNM carry them the country.
All right, moms. Yeah, thanks very much for your contribution. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. All right. I think moms have like she come with some additional venom. Nobody sat here today and spoke anything about PNM or UNC, but if it is that it's so much in your psyche, it's in your DNA that you all must mention PNM and UNC. And we did not say to give the Honorable Christopher Rowley an award. It was a caller who called in and suggested why it is that we don't give the Honorable previous Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, an award, okay?
We never suggested that.
Please get your information correct, and please, I invite you guys to be very much respectful when you all are calling in here, and please get your information correct. And also, it is in the media out there that the Honorable Prime Minister
Narendra Modi,
but the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago invited the Indian Prime Minister, and he accepted the invitation.
Yeah.
He didn't just decide to come here. He was invited by our Prime Minister, and he accepted the invitation. And
that is all well and good.
They gave out this release that they're going to give him the award. We are just asking persons why. What is if you know the reason, let us know.
All right? Because the media has not portrayed any significant reason as to why he's receiving this award. So we are simply asking your opinions as to what has he done to receive this award from our country.
All right. Hi. Good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Yes. That is Vedam from that female caller.
Yeah.
I was the person who called and said, Miss Dr. Rowley should get an award.
Oh, say it again. Say it again.
Please, because they just attack us whenever we whenever we talk about the opposition or we mention somebody on the other side.
Say it again for them, please.
Dr. Rowley deserves to get an award.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was Venom from that female caller. She had personal vendetta against Kit Rowley.
And she's saying we are sitting there talking about PNM and don't talk about PNM. And we never even mention anything about...
We never mention nothing
if
about
you don't mention PNM or UNC, it's like, oh my God. All right, thanks so much.
Right.
Thank you so much, member.
Thank you for taking the rap on that one. We appreciate you. Matter of fact, you could come to the front of the class for owning up. Owning up to that.
I hope that the ones that wasn't listening listened to that and got the information correct.
That it was commented by him and he called back to confirm that he suggested it. And I appreciate you for coming to the front and taking the credit for that.
You understand? Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Hey, brothers. How you guys going?
We good.
Brother Trev, how are you?
I quiet, bro. I have a couple things on my mind too, but I just asking kindly, could you repeat, is it that our current Prime Minister invite the Prime Minister of India?
Correct.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so that would be the Honorable Miss Prasad
Bisesa. She invited him here, which nothing is wrong.
Nothing is wrong with that.
Clear.
Nothing is wrong with that.
She could invite whoever she please.
Yeah, definitely to possibly plans to develop economic ties and activity.
Correct.
We had conversations with India in the past.
Right.
So that would be nice. I think for the last couple of years, I think India was working on some economic developments. Can't remember in which field right now. So I'm very happy to hear that staying on topic. Extremely happy. For hoping what it might mean and hoping that it comes to fruition, plans to boost the economy and regenerate. And I mean, I know you guys would like to stay on topic, but you would have to expect a lot of persons might have feelings because the work that this current administration doing it takes a lot to counteract what the former government would have done. I watched a show last night just to add some context. The Prime Minister of St. Vincent was saying that they pay, like, let's say about $60 million US to Trinidad in purchasing goods from Trinidad. But recently, a $4 million US bill, Trinidad couldn't pay it off. That right there speaks volumes to where we might be at as an economy. Let's also keep in mind that previous politicians were saying if the UNC come into power, we would have no money. So how they was going to run the country anyway. So I close in there. But definitely a lot of persons have feelings and they're within their right. I and all have some
but as much as persons have their feelings, we also have our feelings too. We are sharing.
And we have our rights to correct them when they assume that we said things we did not say.
And we are sharing the information. Do not come down on the messenger. The information is out there. We are just bringing the information. We're just asking the questions what a lot of other persons within the population are asking. Why? Why is this? Why is that?
Why did they invite the Prime Minister?
No, they didn't.
No, why did they give him the award?
Him the highest award, the ORTT of Trinidad and Tobago. That was the question.
To who?
To the Prime Minister, to the Indian Prime Minister.
or the Indian Prime Minister.
Yeah, I feel you now. I feel you now start to listen.
Yeah, now coming. So
all right.
Don't listen, fellas.
All right, cool. No problem.
All right. Yeah, see, and he gonna admit, yeah, I know locking, so no taking him with all you saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Boy, oh boy. So again, you guys could be a part of the conversation. 3420081 4665
No, he didn't.
If it is that you all, let me say something before Hashim. If it is that you all have your government to banker,
now the election,
please, there's churches for that. There's the Bible you all could pick up, read a couple verses, chapters, get that out of your psyche. Please understand that for the next 5 years, as I've said it already, is a new government. It is the UNC. There's nothing that anybody could do about it. But obviously, when they do good, they get praise, obviously. And if there are things that have question marks, oh God, let people be able to ask a question. Right? There's nothing to, and please, I'm literally going down a road here now. If it is, because I do permit you guys to call and give your contribution, but some of you all are kind of crossing the line. And now that if you all cross the line, we will have no other choice but to cut you off. All right, because
we have the job
can't continue. You can't continue to do that. Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome. Hello.
Good afternoon, Dreamy Voice.
Good afternoon.
Did you understand? So let's talk about the honorable conversation sister, given Moody one of the world powers in the world our award. Right? You know, Dr. Rowley. Will I get you another award? Well, back the pan, they give my land and take care of African people and give back $10. They get an award, so why did you bring Papa Doc and give him an award? Brother, I love to listen, bless.
Hey. KFC is like I love and hate to them. Serious to them. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi, good afternoon.
I'm glad for the young blood, man. So, fresh ideas, less biasness. I'm very thankful for you all. I want you all to do some homework. I want to find out if the 9 ministers who acted as PMs for 1 week and 2 weeks during the People's Partnership reign, if they get in pension as prime ministers. Do that little homework for me. I'll never find out.
9 ministers.
Yeah, it was 9 ministers. Remember, every time the prime minister had to leave, she put somebody to act.
Right. Okay.
So I want to know if all these actors are now stars.
Oh, okay.
I want to just do that little homework because I think they are stars. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
All right.
But
Okay.
let the public find out what it is really happening with that.
All right. We'll look into that.
All right. Sure.
All right.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Now, based on information, acting position is not the actual.
It's not the actual prime minister.
Right. So I highly doubt that they would be getting.
They're just keeping the seat warm. Until the boss comes back.
But we'll definitely look in more.
Nonetheless,
yeah.
I'll take in that homework.
Yeah. If any of the other members may know, please feel free. Hi. Good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I don't know. I'm a member of Trinidad and Tobago. Right. That's the membership I hold. I have a birth paper, a passport, an ID card. Right? So, no. Anybody who takes up the position temporary does not get a pension. So, Vanilla Allen, Toppin, and everybody else who served as acting prime minister under the People's Partnership will not get a pension. But you see, this is with, I don't know if you all would allow me to go along that road with the pension of Stuart Young. I don't know.
You are within your time frame. You have 2 minutes, so you go ahead.
Okay. I see that as being somewhat vindictive. I am not saying that the man is entitled. I have no problem with the bill that they brought in Parliament on Friday. The term retroactive. Stuart Young receiving this money and we saving the state this amount of money. before the Constitution, before Stuart Young was born, the Constitution was written. So that problem that Stuart Young find himself, or not even Stuart Young, because we keep calling the man's name, and it has nothing to do with the man. It has to do with the office that the man holds at the time. So the office of the Prime Minister, which the individual holds at the time, finds itself in a problem because it never encountered such. That a Prime Minister served for 1 month. And because of how the Constitution it is laid out, once you are sworn in by the President, you are entitled of your pension, whether you serve 5 hours, 1 day, or such. So he is the first person in the history of Trinidad and Tobago that the office of the Prime Minister finds itself in this position. Not Stuart Young, not the individual, but the office. And that's where we getting tied up with. And doing like if the man was going to rob the state and run away with the money and we go in and save the state money. What should have done, since they bring the bill to the Parliament, is agreed, because here we're going on. The history books would not change that the man held the position of Prime Minister for 1 year.
But remember, we actually had this conversation yesterday, you know. We made mention of that. We made mention of that, you know, obviously it's not going to change the history book at all, you know.
Right. So therefore, the government should have a conversation with the man instead of trying to ridicule the man, to make it seem as though the man was trying to, or there was a plot set up between the former Prime Minister and Stuart Young, that if they lost the election, Stuart Young will collect a nice piece of money. That is the narrative. That is why there's this population, a ton of the population say, yes, what they did was right, but what they did was victimization by putting the clause retroactive. Because you pointed at a particular individual and not at the office.
Now, remember, now many of the callers, many of the other members here would disagree, because they have the opinion that this is not the case. And even though we went into detail yesterday explaining certain things, I'm sure persons of that same opinion that it wasn't attacking him in any way. You know, this is it just so happened that unfortunately he's the suspect.
But so let me point something out to you. On Sunday, I saw the PR of the present administration said, today is our first political meeting the party is having. And you know what that meeting was about? That meeting was about the bill that was supposed to come in the Parliament on Monday. And he teared in to the President and teared into the independent senators, telling us that if they don't help him, they will lose the bill, and and Stuart Young this and Stuart Young that, and the President.
Correct.
That has nothing to do with that. So you find the population who support them go along with that rhetoric that they heard on Sunday.
Right.
I believe it is not about the institution, it's about the man.
Well, thank you so much, member. I think thanks very much for your contribution.
We appreciate you.
I don't really want to get off a topic, but a very, very interesting look at it. I mean, at the end of it, you know, the administration did get what they wanted.
Yeah,
and,
so we can.
The bill has been amended. Right?
And such is life.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
You know?
Sometimes some people will listen, then we'll have ones that may not listen, may not want to make any adjustments, may want to omit anything or amend anything. It's just what it is. It's just what it is, yeah?
It is what it is.
Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
We gotta move on.
Hi, good afternoon.
Let me tell you something. This is what I was talking about, bobblehead dashboard dollies. You see, them is the kind of people that have Trinidad in the position that it's in right now. Them are the people that had sufferation on the population for 9.5 years. These are the miscreants that it had perpetrating these kind of things. Now, let me show you something. A public servant has to work 33 and a third year to get full pension. They have to work 10 years to qualify to get pension. Why should a man who worked for less than 2 months get a full pension. Make the maths. And you had these bubblehead dashboard dollies coming out and defending that. You also have people on the independent bench. I have a red flag on them because I suspect that plenty of them on the bench there are PNM supporters. That's why they're looking to fight down bill. But this one was so, it was so glaring, and the population was waiting with eager breath on the decision that was going to make on this bill. Right? These bubblehead dollies still on 1965 politics. We are in 2025. We get rid of the PNM because of the folly that was perpetrated on the population. And not because we have a new government in place, mean that we don't have the eyes on them. You see, right now we asking question why this man coming here and getting an award. That is the way the politics going now. We want representation and accountability and transparency in whatever decision the government making. We're watching the government. As a matter of fact, right now we're looking for another party in case if this government make misstep for the next election, we have an alternative. But we're not looking at PNM as another alternative. You understand? So when these people coming and talking this kind of dotishness, I don't want to tell you to cut them off, give them a feeling to talk to because everybody contribution is worth something. But at the same time, take that contribution and put it where the monkey put the nuts.
Oh Lord.
That's what you have to do.
Thanks, member. Thanks.
Right now, the country not in right now, we temple not in a place right now where we tolerating them kind of thing. We don't want to hear them thing. We want to move forward. We don't want to be walking forward and we head turned backward. We're not in that again. This 1965 politics is a thing of the past. We are in 2025 now. Get to the program.
All right, thank you.
We asked a question from the Prime Minister, why you're giving out the award to the man. We wait to get an answer on that.
Thank you so much.
Anytime the Prime Minister going along the wrong road, the treatment that PNM get, they will get it 10 times hotter.
All right, thank you so much for your contribution, member. All right, there's so many on the line. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
I think the whole mood changed now. So
hello.
Good afternoon.
Hi,
good afternoon.
What I want to say is when Mr. Young worked, the law was enforced. Mr. Young didn't make law. So I don't understand why it is they're coming down on Mr. Young. If you realize that the law wants changing, okay, yes, they could change it for future people. But when he worked, the law was enforced. He did not make the law. So you preempt whatever you carried back and all of that. Clearly it is to tackle Mr. Young. I mean, and I repeated myself, he did not make the law. The law was there when he served for 6 weeks. That is the law that was there. And if you want to say no, when you actually look at it, you know, it's not good law. You have to change the law. Okay. But you can't carry the law forward and do all kind of thing. It had to be him that you're tackling. You understand? And I find it so unfair.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution, member. And I can't say that I disagree, because even up to yesterday, we made that same you know, we were asking observation in the aspect of, you know, yes, we understand that the laws has to obviously be amended because they saw loopholes and they wanted to fix it, and nothing is wrong with that.
We agreed, but it made sense.
We just asked the question as well, why retroactive? Why make it retroactively? You know, but
again, what is done
is done.
Is done.
Yeah, it's done. There's no reason to even.
They got what they wanted. Those who supported it also got what they wanted.
And I asked the question too again. You know, just to go back a bit, is that if it is that we could retroactive that, then retroactive the tax.
Yeah.
Right. Retroactive the tax and let persons who paid their tax get back their money. Retroactive some of the SRC suggestions as to the increase and so forth, which the ones that you could literally retroactive, do it.
Yeah.
make the adjustments, right? And you know, one of the previous callers said that he's looking at this government and he wants accountability. He wants a responsible government. He also mentioned that they are even looking for another option if this government play the fool. And generally speaking, I think we should always look like that. It should always be like that. Because any government that is in power, we want responsibility.
Yeah.
We want accountability.
It's just
we
like
want at the end of the day that the government is for Trinidad and Tobago, for each creed and race, not a party. Not because you voted for them, you alone must get the power.
Thank you. It's like a relationship.
It has been going on for too long, though.
It is like a relationship, Olia. She is not yours. It is just your turn. And if you wanted to stay your turn, you had to do what is necessary to keep them.
Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening again, Dream, and good evening, Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so back to the topic with the Indian Prime Minister coming along, right?
Thank you.
So the visit that he's coming on for is a strengthened bilateral cooperation and readiness of the right in areas of finance, foreign policy, justice, education, legal affairs, health, agriculture, trade, energy, culture, sports, and information communication technologies. You know, they're trying to form a bond, right?
Right.
So, and these are some of the countries that gave them give the Indian Prime Minister the award. Afghanistan, Bahrain, Cyprus, Egypt, Fuji, France, Greece, Guyana, Nigeria gave them it.
So they gave them these countries gave Modi their top awards, their top national awards.
Yes. All these countries is the top awards, right?
Okay.
So,
all right.
Palestine, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Sri Lanka, United Arab Emirates, Barbados, Dominica, Kuwait. Right? So let me play devil advocate. You know, I don't like to really talk the racist talk, eh?
Right.
But since the 10 years the Honorable Keith Rowley was in power, he ever put an African man to act as Prime Minister? Question for you both of you guys.
All right, we'll answer off the end. Let me take another one, but thanks so much, Echoes. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
What that has to do with race. And good afternoon. And I don't know the countries that the East Indian Prime Minister would visit. He got the national award. So let me point this out to you. This visit, if you observe, there's a thing called Brexit, right, gentlemen?
Yeah, we hear you.
There's a thing called Brexit. And there's about 60-something countries already joining up with Brexit. This meeting that we're having here, what we have to ask, because of our economic position and our lack of US and our trading with Brazil and all these countries, because these countries are now trading in Indian currency, which is called what? Anyhow, I forget. They are trading in the French, the Brazilian dollar. They are trading in the Chinese dollar. They are trading in the Russian money. That's what the BRICS countries are trading in to leave out the US. Right? So this conversation that I'm on call and tell you, this meeting is not about that, you know, brother. This meeting is about how are we going to do trade with our TT dollars that they say have no value. You understand this conversation? If we had to buy anything from health, how are we going to pay for it when our US dollars are not as where it used to be? And because a gentleman pointed out there about something about St. Vincent. What St. Vincent Prime Minister said, when you don't understand geopolitics and understand what you're seeing, that's why he called and he didn't know what was the conversation was about the Indian Prime Minister getting the award. But he called. So, the St. Vincent or the OCS countries, St. Vincent in particular, buys from Trinidad and Tobago 60-something million dollars, US dollars, in trade. That means fuel, kerosene, and whatever. When their traders come from St. Vincent and come to Trinidad with the provision and the dasheen and the green fig, they don't collect US dollars. They sell $4 million in US dollars, but they collect their money because they don't sell it to a wholesaler. They sell it to the average man on the street. And the average man on the street pays in what? TT dollars. So they in turn have to buy goods in Trinidad, soft drink, corn kernels, factory, biscuit, convert back their money into goods and take it back to St. Vincent and buy goods. So the St. Vincent government have a problem with the flower market in Trinidad and Tobago. You see, this thing is just not just come to talk here, you know. We don't just come to talk here, especially the PNM. Me and not a banker. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much for your contribution. All right, let me take this one. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Good afternoon again, gentlemen. Gentlemen, I think one of the major facts that we're missing out here is that India and Trinidad belongs a part of the Commonwealth, you know, countries. So there's already a link within India and Trinidad and Tobago because we all make up the Commonwealth. But I want to draw back a little issue with this Siotung issue and thing, right? And let me take an example of our history. Now, if West Indies playing India cricket, West Indies have the trophy, right? And they draw. Who keeps the trophy?
Sure.
Obviously, the country that had the trophy, right? If a boxer draw, he keeps his belt. He keeps his title, right?
Okay.
Now, let me go back now to moral and spiritual values. We had an 1818 tie in this country. A president come and say, hey, here, because of moral and spiritual values, we're going to take the prime ministership from Bastille Pandey and give it to Mr. Manning. The country accepted that. We had no issues with that. That was on moral and spiritual grounds. Nothing to do with winning or losing the election or tying it. Diana Robinson come and say, here was the scene. Because of moral and spiritual values, I am the president of Trinidad and Tobago. I have the powers in my hand to do this. They did it. Nobody didn't riot. Nobody didn't kill nobody. Nobody didn't make no upset. We accepted it. This issue here that we're dealing with, well, it come to a close now. I am asking if ever it have any moral and spiritual values in Stuart Young even anticipating to accept this thing. And then we will really see where moral and spirituality lies in this country. Absolutely not. Have a good afternoon, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Let me take another one. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome. Hello, are you there?
Yes, good afternoon. Yes.
Good afternoon.
No. I just
You're breaking up, caller.
What?
Hello?
I'm breaking up?
All right, I hear you clearly now. Go ahead.
Breaking up?
No, I'm hearing you now.
All right. Yeah, well, I sit down here and I listening. But if you look at the news on, I think it was Monday night, right? You saw Antel Roshi standing up on a platform. We must deal so that your team and Raleigh will not receive those pensions, right? So who they attacking? If the individual and a caller, a wife, you know, he was saying is the right? It has nothing to do with the individual, right? It's for anybody that held that office, right? So they passed that law to attack an individual, right? Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for that contribution. Hi, good afternoon, member. Welcome.
Gentlemen, good afternoon to you and your entire host and audience. I want to commend the Parliament for taking the decision to put a stop to that particular loophole and to do it retroactively. And let me say why. If something is bad, it's an outrage. Now, we using words now. There are words like right and wrong. We have good and bad. We have correct and incorrect. It was incorrect. It was bad, but it was right. Because when you go at it from the position of law, that he gets it. But it was really not right because it wasn't really articulated up at first. It was just empty. So if they being bad, immoral, people would be outraged at it. How would you go as a parliament and put an amendment to change it, but you allow him to get away with it. So then that would be almost discriminatory for anybody who would come after who might find themselves in the same situation. But I'll tell you, gentlemen, that was just the tip of the iceberg. What we should be really paying attention to is what really happened back then. I am contending that the appointment of Mr. Young as Prime Minister was unconstitutional. And I would challenge you all. I would call back tomorrow, please God. I would want you all to have our 1976 Constitution and see the wording of 76.1 where it says that for the person to be the Prime Minister, one, you must be an elected member of the House, which he was. And the other part with that same sentence is that he must also be the leader, capital L leader of the party with the majority. Now, there's a leader in the House and the side where the majority is in the membership in the parliament. That person is called the chief whip. That person is the leader of the members in the parliament who sit in the majority. And in the minority side of the lower house, the person who leads that minority is called the chief whip. So one is the leader of government business, which is on the government side. That is the leader. And on the other side, it is the chief whip. But the political leader, which is the capital L, the leader of the party, the entire party, not of the leader of the members in the parliament. The leader of the party is the one who is to be made the Prime Minister. And I sure Mr. Rowley knew it. He was supposed to have stepped down as political leader and allow the party convention to choose one of the members in the parliament in the House. But I am sure he didn't want a particular lady to win because she would have gotten the vote. So he carried it right down to the end. Tell me what is the reason that he didn't stay on 2 days after and call the election? Remember, he was the political leader, so he leads the party. And the other part of that thing in 76.1, sir, tells you this. Where the president could act. Hear what it says. Where there is no undisputed leader or where no party has a majority. Well, the situation where no party has a majority didn't hold. That held in 1880, where the president had the right to choose anybody out of all of those in the parliament to be the Prime Minister. The president had that right.
No,
he didn't only have to choose one.
Remember, I'd like you to wrap up because we want to see how much more calls we could take, right? But we can't say contribution.
So let me make a quick half a minute. What I expect the government to do next is to take that piece of legislation to determine that capital L leader that was used. Because remember, when the president does something, they say you can't question it, but they will challenge the clause, and that would show you what really happened, that it was wrong from in front. So he had no right to be appointed in the first place. That's the whole thing.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Wow. I think generally, people, you know, we seem to be going way back.
Yeah.
If it is that his appointment was
illegal,
then I ask the government of the day
to
do a thorough investigation.
Yeah.
And bring it to us, showing us exactly what crime was committed, and whoever committed the crime should be held accountable.
And if it is fully conclusive,
and if that is so, then I have a lot of other questions.
Yeah.
Is it that we have to go back to the poll? Who should have called the election? Because if he wasn't the Prime Minister, or he shouldn't have been the Prime Minister, then are we going back to the polls? Are we going to waste monies again, going back to the polls? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Because technically he wasn't the Prime Minister. So that means the whole election is null and void then.
Correct. And then people talking about the that, you know, that they saved the country that $1 million. I want to ask our members, have you all taken a proper look at the new administration and how much persons are within the government now? You think that $1 million is really safe? No. That money has actually just been transferred from one individual or taken away from one individual to put
somewhere else.
The money isn't being saved. Okay.
Right.
So let's look at all of these things. It's going to be obviously there's a lot of expenses, and as I said, I've been seeing a lot of withdrawals, but not a lot of deposits.
But and as you've been saying about this whole thing, what's done is done.
Yeah,
it is over with. Right, the bill has been passed. He not getting $1 million. Election is over. He's not the prime minister anymore. Tomorrow's another day, you know.
Yeah, just watching the time as well.
Yeah, tomorrow's another day. So we're getting ready to close off here, guys. I don't think we have time for any more calls, unfortunately. But you guys, as always, all your contributions are always invaluable here on the Street Council, right here on the Street 919 FM. We are making way for the third umpire, so you know you have more juicy content to digest right here on 91.9. We shall return as usual from 12 to 4 tomorrow morning. God's spare life. And yeah, I'll leave you for the outro today.
So again, thank you guys so much for inviting us into your homes, your offices, your business place, your cars. It has been a great afternoon spent with you guys. You guys do have yourself a wonderful one, and we're gonna see you guys here for another council session tomorrow, Wednesday, 2nd of July.
2nd
of July. Until then, you guys, please keep safe, and please, while you're on your way home, tell somebody hi. Tell somebody that you love them. Yeah, it's always good to spread some positivity.
Love light into its light. We gone.
Nice.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.